Welcome to the Datalynx YouTube channel. In Lesson 4, we have covered the first three tabs of Data Exchange templates, that is Details, Source and Destination. This lesson is a continuation of Data Exchange templates, Lesson 4. In this lesson, we will go through the Data Mapping tab. Let's access the demo template, which we created in Lesson 4. To access this template in edit mode, simply double-click on the three dots. The Data Mapping tab is used to specify the mapping that will be used by the template. Each mapping defines and displays a set of data relationships for the template and the types of processing that the template will perform on that data. The Data Mapping tab screen is segmented into three parts. 1. Processing sequence. 2. Source dataset. 3. Destination tables. We'll begin by reviewing the processing sequence section. Let's explore the concept of processing sequence in relation to data mapping. A data mapping configuration specifies the data relationship between source columns and the destination columns in one or more destination tables or files. A template can have one or several mappings associated with it. Each data mapping is made up by using processing sequence. Each processing sequence item comprises a source dataset, derived by specifying a SQL query to select required data. One or more destination tables or files, each with one or more destination columns. Mapping rules relating the source and destination columns and any data transformations that are required. Validation rules that specify the conditions for accepting or rejecting data for transfer from the source to the destinations. The position of processing sequences for a template list are the configurations that have been created for that template and defines the sequence in which they will be processed as part of a submitted job. Let's create a new processing sequence within the demonstration template. The Data Exchange automatically assigns a sequence number, and then the processing sequence screen appears. Sequence name refers to the name assigned to the sequence. It's advisable to choose a meaningful name that clearly indicates the sequence's purpose. In this case, we'll designate it as Demo Sequence, Person. Let's navigate through the source section on this screen. SQL statement, to specify the SQL query that will be used to select the data from the source dataset for subsequent processing. Selecting the SQL statement button brings up the SQL statement screen. Given that our source is AdventureWorks 2019, which includes a person table, we'll construct a SQL statement to select data from the person table. We'll explore the option of passing parameters to the SQL statement in the upcoming videos. Click on the Validate button to verify our query. Click on the Save button and close the SQL statement screen. You may observe that all columns from the person table have been populated in the Source Dataset section. Source Record Identifier, you have three keys, first key, second key and third key. These keys are used to uniquely identify a record in the source dataset. You have the option to utilize either a single key or a combination of 2 or 3 keys to constitute a unique source record. Let's jump to Before Record Processing Scripts, performs record processing for every row fetched by the source query. When you select this option, the Before Record Processing Scripts screen is displayed, presenting all columns from the person table. Here, you can implement various business rules using Data Exchange's built-in functions on the right such as date and time, mathematical, text functions and so on, according to your needs. Please refer to Data Exchange, Template Inbuilt Functions, Lesson 12 video to know more about each inbuilt functions and its use. Additionally, you have the flexibility to utilize regular expressions, translation tables, and business groups. Thus, Data Exchange emerges as a potent tool for data transformation. Click on the Close button to exit the screen. Since this is a demo, I won't be saving any changes. Next is Source Data Incremental Column section. This is an optional feature which is utilized selectively when the source data is repetitive, incremental, or undergoes updates. Its purpose is solely for incremental loading scenarios only. Column name, this is the name of the incremental column in the source data. Incremental columns in the source data are used as a reference point for determining which records in the source data have been changed or added since the last update of the destination. Column type, this determines the data type of the incremental column. The value for this column is set automatically by Data Xchange. Select the SQL button adjacent to the column type. This action triggers the appearance of the SQL statement screen on the interface. Data Xchange automatically assigns a where clause to the query according to the selected column. To save the query, click on the Save button. We can also verify the query by clicking on SQL Statement button under the Source section. Current value. Current value refers to the specific value utilized for assessing subsequent alterations to data within that particular field. This value will be automatically updated by the Data Xchange job. Following is the Source Processed Records table. This is an optional feature and requires you to create a table at the source level. This table serves to store the key fields of records that have been accepted for transfer to the destination tables or files after undergoing evaluation of the relevant validation rules. This table proves useful to know which records have passed into destination, aiding in the execution of subsequent jobs. Let's give a table name as Demo. Select the 3 lines icon adjacent to the table name. This action brings up the Create Table Scripts screen on the interface. The script includes 2 columns. One denotes the job ID assigned by Data Xchange to this particular job, and the other represents the unique key of the source table. Click on Execute Scripts button to create a table in the source database. A warning dialog box shows up. Click on Yes button. Information dialog box appears saying scripts execute successfully. Purge table, this option is used to clear the source process table before inserting records created when a job associated with this template is submitted for processing. Now, let's go through the destination section. Since the objective of this demo template revolves around file extraction, the option for database server-side scripts is disabled, while the file header and file footer sections are visible. Instructions on generating header and footer scripts will be shown in the Template Tasks, Lesson 14 video. Click on the Save button to save all modifications made on the Processing Sequence screen. To explore the database server-side scripts option, we'll need to create a new demo template directing the destination to a database. To do this, let's click on New button to create a template and input in Template Name and select Processing Server. Please note that the selection of a processing server is mandatory only in file-related operations. Let's move to the Source section and select SQL Server as the source and AdventureWorks 2019 database. As for the destination, any database can be chosen, but for this example, I'll opt for SQL Server and a test database. Let's create a new sequence in the Data Mapping tab. We'll observe that the Database Server-Side Scripts option is visible, whereas the file header and file footer are deactivated. Put in the same SQL statement that we used in previous template. Select the Database Server-Side Scripts button to proceed. The Database Server-Side Scripts screen is displayed. Database Server-Side Scripts refers to the SQL query string executed by the database server. Here, we can input various scripts such as create table, update, insert into, or select scripts, and then save the script by clicking on the Save button. All these scripts will be executed by the database server. Click on Close button to close the screen. If you wish to save the script, you can click on Save button. Click on Save button to save the changes to the processing sequence screen. Let's go through source dataset icons. Sort by position, this will sort the columns based on the position in the source database. Sort by name, this will sort the column names based on alphabetical order. Virtual source column. A virtual source column refers to a user-defined column within the source, allowing users to execute functions or operations prior to the data being transferred into the destination. Please refer to Template Virtual Columns, Lesson 13 video for detailed explanation. Edit Source Column. This option is used to edit the test value of the source column. Next is Source Data Columns. On clicking this icon, Source Columns Definition screen appears on the interface. We can also modify the test values from this screen. Following is the before record processing scripts, which has already been discussed in this video. Subsequently, we have the source dataset SQL scripts, which pertains to the SQL statement, and was previously addressed in this video. Generate DDL table scripts. By selecting this option, a pop-up screen will appear prompting for the table name. Enter the table name and then click on the OK button. This generates the Create Table script for this table. The last icon is Find. This feature assists in locating a specific column from the list or enables searching for text within the columns, as demonstrated in the video. Click on Close button to close the pop-up screen. Destination Tables section will be demonstrated in the next video. Data Exchange, Template Destination Tables, Data Mapping, Lesson 6. Thank you for watching.